If you're in a healthy relationship with a man, can you stitch this video and talk about?
I saw another girl stitch this video and I could not help but want to chime in too, because I knew that my boyfriend was the one on the third date. I wanted to talk about this one, just to brag a little bit about my boyfriend, because he really is the best man ever, genuinely. I also just wish that I could go back in time and show my younger self this video, because I endured so much toxic behavior in my previous relationships, and I just wish that my younger self knew that men like this do exist. So if anyone feels like that resonates with them, just know that men like this are out there and you will find him, but you can't settle. I was actually with his family last week, and I think his sister asked me something along the lines of what my favorite thing about Matt is, and I told her that my favorite thing about him is just his kindness and his heart. Also, I'm talking really quiet because he's taking a nap and I don't want to wake him up. And that was something that I knew about him, like right off the get-go, just by the way that he spoke about his family, about his friends, about everyone that he loves. Matt is the type of person who would genuinely take a bullet for the people that he loves. He would give the shirt off of his back in a heartbeat. I've seen him do it countless times, and it was just absolutely apparent, and I knew if things work out with him that he would love and care for me more than anything else for a really long time. Oh my god, I almost feel emotional talking about this. On a more serious note, something that I learned in my last relationship actually is how important it is for me personally to find someone who I feel like I fully align with in our lifestyle, our interests, just I guess how we live our life in general. And I also felt like immediately when I met Matt that, and this is what I told all of my friends when I was introducing him, was that I felt like I met the boy version of me, from his daily routine to his habits to the literal like look of his apartment. We have the same decor, and also it's an absolute miracle to find a guy who has a sense of style, let alone interior style. And I was just like, he is the boy version of me, and our lives instantly meshed together. We started to go do our Sunday resets together probably after a month of dating, maybe like 2 months of dating, which I know is really soon, but we would spend every Sunday going grocery shopping, meal prepping, cleaning up, all of that kind of stuff. And it just, like, we started doing it, we never stopped, and it just worked out perfectly. It was so easy, and it just made sense. The last thing that I'll say is that Matt has never made me feel like what I'm asking for is too much. And I am a tough cookie. I know that I am high maintenance. I think I warned him about that fairly early on, but I don't know if this is like the perfect example, but Matt comes from a family who only eats meals every day, and I came from a snacking family. We eat our 3 meals a day, but we also snack all the time in between and always have snacks. So when Matt and I first started dating, and the first time that I went over to his apartment, he knew that I love to snack, and I may or may not have requested to have some snacks at his apartment in case I got hungry. And we went to Safeway right down the street from his apartment, and he let me pick out all of the snacks that I wanted to have at his place. And we had barely been dating yet, and he was like, no, just go pick out what you want. I know that you're gonna get hungry. We may as well put some stuff in my kitchen. It may not be the best example, but it even comes down to him memorizing my coffee order. Probably also within the first few dates, he knew vanilla latte iced with oat milk. Also the most basic drink, not very difficult to memorize, but still took the time to memorize it and order it for me. Also, I do social media part-time. Matt happily takes so many photos for me. He's learning all of the angles. He, bless his heart, listens to the criticism that I give him on the angle and the lighting, all of that. I feel like he's even taken the time to really take a lot of that under advisement and get a lot better at taking photos, which is such a silly thing, but you know what, it is part of my job. It's something that happens like every single week, and he's really taken the time to do it and never does it with a complaint whatsoever. More importantly, I think that just shows that he really takes the time to be interested in the things that I'm interested in. Like, he started shopping from the same gym brands that I do a few months into us dating, I think, because he was like, oh my god, that's so cool. I love their designs too. I'm gonna start ordering for them. I started to get obsessed with Formula One. He's more obsessed with Formula One than I am now because I told him to start watching Drive to Survive, and I don't know, I think he really takes the time to be interested in the things that I am interested in so that we can bond over it. We can have something in common, something that we're always like excited to talk about together. Okay, the very last thing that I'll say is that throughout Matt and I dating, I have never for a single second doubted Matt's love and care for me, and that's huge. And it sounds so obvious. It's like, why would you stay in a relationship with someone who doesn't love and care about you? But I don't know, I just think it's so easy to settle and to even ask something like, oh, why isn't he replying to me? Why isn't he giving me the time of day, like, to go on a date together? We haven't talked in so long and made plans and made time for each other, blah, blah, blah. The right one will never make you doubt that you aren't worth their time. Matt and I are absolutely obsessed with each other. We are each other's best friends. We love each other so much. I couldn't now imagine for a single second being with someone who doesn't make me feel so loved and appreciated every second of every single day.